Okay, so you know that feeling, right? You're learning English, and it just feels like you're going nowhere. You're
Yeah.
putting in the effort, the hours,
Right.
but the needle barely seems to budge. It's like trying to make yourself taller just by staring in the mirror day after day.
Yeah, that's a frustration we hear a lot from our listeners.
Absolutely.
And that's what we are going to dive into today.
That's right.
We have a really helpful YouTube video.
Oh, perfect.
It's called How to Stay Motivated When Learning English Feels Slow.
Okay.
It's from the UEP Unlock English podcast channel,
I've heard of them.
featuring Miley and Quinn.
Love them.
And they really hit on some key aspects of this.
Absolutely. So our goal today in this deep dive is to take their advice, their experience, and give you some solid, actionable strategies
That's right.
to explore why it can feel like you're wading through glue sometimes
Yeah.
when learning English,
Right.
and how to keep your motivation levels high and consistent.
It's so important.
So let's just start with that fundamental question. Why does progress in English sometimes feel so darn slow?
Well, Miley and Quinn touch on a few really fundamental reasons.
Okay.
Firstly, it's the very nature of language acquisition.
Okay.
It's not a quick fix. It's a long-term process.
Right.
It's a marathon, they say.
Yeah, I like that analogy.
In our modern world, we're used to instant gratification,
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
instant food,
Yeah.
instant information.
Everything's instant.
Our brains just get a bit impatient with something that unfolds over time.
Absolutely. And they even mentioned a statistic that really puts things in perspective for me.
Oh, yeah.
They said it takes on average about 600 to 750 hours
Wow.
to reach conversational fluency.
That's a lot.
Just think about that.
It is.
That's roughly equivalent to binge watching Netflix nonstop for about 25 days.
Oh, my goodness.
So suddenly all those hours that we're putting in don't feel quite so insignificant, do they?
Right. You're making progress even if you can't see it.
Exactly. And it highlights this is a real investment of time.
It is.
So another really insightful point they made is that in the beginning, a lot of your progress is what we might call invisible.
Yes.
So you're building your vocabulary.
Right.
Your understanding of grammar is improving. Your ear is becoming more attuned to the sounds of English.
All those foundational things.
Exactly. These are all crucial internal shifts.
Yes.
But they don't always immediately translate into big, noticeable improvements
Of course.
in your speaking or your comprehension.
Exactly. And it's like planting a seed.
Oh, I like that.
A lot is happening beneath the surface before you see that first sprout.
Beautiful analogy, and I can definitely relate to that feeling.
Yeah.
Putting in work and not seeing immediate results.
Absolutely.
And then there's that tricky thing of comparing ourselves to others.
Yes.
Miley and Quinn rightly point out how demotivating it can be to compare your own early steps in English
Right.
to someone who seems to be effortlessly fluent. It's like, come on.
It's not fair.
I know. And as they wisely say, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle.
So true.
There's a really powerful and important reminder.
It is. We often only see those snapshots of other people's success, and we don't know the years of effort that went into it.
Exactly. It's like the highlight reel.
Exactly. Everyone's language learning journey is unique.
Absolutely.
Different strengths, different challenges, different starting points.
Everyone's different.
So that feeling of slow progress, it's not just you.
Right.
Miley and Quinn reassure us that it's a completely normal part of the experience.
So that's encouraging.
It is.
Okay, so we understand better now why it can feel like we're moving slowly.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the really helpful part, the actual strategies
Yeah.
to keep our motivation strong.
That's what we need.
And the first thing they emphasize is something that can be easily overlooked.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Celebrating those small wins.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's so easy to get fixated on the ultimate goal,
Right.
fluency, and to feel discouraged by how far away it seems.
Yes.
But the video really encourages us to shift our focus and actively acknowledge the progress we have made,
Okay.
no matter how small it might seem.
I like that.
It's about recognizing your journey so far. They even suggest a really concrete exercise for this.
Oh, tell me.
Take a moment and write down 3 things you can do in English now
Okay.
that you couldn't do a year ago.
So look back a year.
Exactly. These could be simple things like finally feeling comfortable ordering your favorite drink in English,
Right.
understanding a specific phrase in a movie,
Oh, that's always a good one.
or even just being able to introduce yourself with a little more confidence.
Nice.
And it's like their analogy of climbing a mountain.
Okay. I like where this is going.
Don't just look at the top, turn around and see how far you've climbed.
Oh, that's good.
That shift in perspective can give you a real boost.
Absolutely.
Now, thinking about your own progress,
Uh-huh.
what kind of small wins might you identify?
Well, let me think. Um, well, I can definitely understand a lot more now than I could a year ago.
That's great.
I can follow along with TV shows
Awesome.
much better. And I think my pronunciation has improved quite a bit.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress.
And that's the point. It's about recognizing that progress.
Yeah.
And building on that positive feeling. The next strategy Miley and Quinn highlight
Right.
is the importance of making learning enjoyable.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, motivation is hard to maintain.
It really is.
If you're consistently doing things you find tedious or boring.
Right. Who wants to do that?
Exactly. They basically give permission to ditch the methods you dislike.
Oh, I like that.
If textbooks feel like a chore,
Mhm.
maybe they're not the right tool for you right now.
Okay, good point.
They offer a whole range of fun alternatives, like
Yeah.
diving into English TV shows or YouTube videos.
Right.
And hey, that's not just entertainment, that's learning.
It is.
Listening to English music and singing along, even if you don't get all the words right.
Of course.
Playing English-based games like Scrabble or crosswords.
Fun.
Or even just acting out scenes from your favorite movies in English.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or talking to your pet.
What?
Apparently, they're very patient listeners.
They are. They don't judge.
Exactly. And I particularly like their idea of the 5-minute fun rule.
The 5-minute fun rule.
Okay. Committing to at least 5 minutes each day to an English activity that you genuinely enjoy.
Okay, so small chunks.
Small chunks that you actually look forward to, a little treat in your day.
I like that.
Okay, so celebrate those small victories.
Uh-huh.
Make the process fun.
Yep.
What's the next key to staying motivated on this journey?
Setting exciting goals.
Oh, setting goals. We love goals.
Goals are good, but the crucial point here is moving beyond those general, somewhat vague aspirations.
Oh, you mean like I want to be fluent?
Exactly. As Miley and Quinn point out, that doesn't really give you anything concrete to aim for.
Okay.
Instead, they advocate for setting specific, exciting goals that truly energize you and give you a clear direction.
So give me some examples.
Okay, well, instead of just becoming fluent, you could set a goal to watch a whole movie without subtitles within the next 3 months.
Okay, I like that.
Or to have your first real conversation in English with a native speaker by the end of summer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or even to start writing a short social media post in English every week.
I like that.
They really framed these goals not as obligations, but as exciting mini adventures to embark on.
And that's such a good point because it makes it fun.
It does. It taps into your intrinsic motivation,
Yes.
your internal desire to achieve something meaningful.
Exactly.
But I also suggest a really clever little trick.
Oh, I love tricks. Tell me.
Attaching a reward to your goals.
Okay.
So if you successfully watch that entire English episode without subtitles, you treat yourself to something you enjoy.
A little reward.
A little reward. It creates a positive feedback loop that reinforces your efforts.
Oh, I am definitely a fan of a good reward system.
Me too.
Okay, so we're celebrating our progress. We're making it fun. And we're setting exciting goals.
Yes.
What's another essential ingredient for keeping that motivation burning bright?
It's tracking your progress.
Tracking progress. Okay.
This ties directly back to what we discussed about invisible progress.
Oh, right.
Often you are improving, but it's happening gradually,
Yeah.
and you might not consciously notice it.
It's hard to notice those small changes.
It is keeping track provides tangible evidence of your growth over time,
Okay.
which can be incredibly motivating when you feel like you're stuck.
So how do they suggest we track our progress?
They offered some really practical ways to do this.
Okay.
Keeping a simple English journal.
Well, like a diary.
Yeah, even if it's just writing one sentence a day about something you learned or did in English.
Okay.
Recording yourself speaking English regularly.
Okay.
Maybe a short video or voice memo each month.
So you can see how you sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even going back to old quizzes or exercises to see how much more easily you can do them now.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
And that specific challenge they mentioned,
Oh, yeah.
recording a 1-minute voice memo in English now, and then listening back to it in 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Such a brilliant idea. The difference you'll likely hear in your pronunciation, your fluency, your confidence
Yeah.
will be a really powerful reminder of how far you've come.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's like creating a little time capsule of your English learning journey.
Oh, I love that idea.
It's fun.
All right. What's another key strategy for staying in that English learning groove?
Surrounding yourself with English.
Oh, immersion.
Immersion. There's a really effective analogy here.
Okay.
Imagine trying to learn to swim by only getting in the water once a week.
Right.
You're just not going to progress very quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The same principle applies to language learning.
Got it.
Immersion even if you can't physically be in an English-speaking country, can make a huge difference.
So what are some ways that we can surround ourselves with English?
Well, they gave a whole host of really manageable ways to integrate English into your daily life.
Perfect.
Changing the language settings on your phone and your favorite apps.
Okay, easy.
Following English-speaking influencers or accounts on social media that align with your interests.
Oh, that's fun.
Listening to English podcasts or audiobooks while you're doing everyday tasks like cooking or commuting.
Right.
Joining online English learning communities or language exchange platforms.
So many options.
It's all about making English less of a separate study activity and more just a natural part of your environment.
So it's just there, it's around you.
Exactly. It's about creating that constant exposure, making English the default rather than the exception.
Gotcha. So we've talked about celebrating wins, making it fun, setting goals, tracking progress, and immersing yourself.
Exactly.
But let's be realistic.
Okay.
Even with all these great strategies, there will be days when your motivation just dips.
Oh, absolutely.
What advice do Miley and Quinn offer for those moments?
Well, they acknowledge that feeling like you want to give up is a completely normal part of any learning process, including English. And they suggest a few really practical things you could do in those I'm just not feeling it today moments.
Okay, give it to me.
First, give yourself permission to take a short break.
Okay, step away.
Yeah, if you're feeling burnt out and frustrated, sometimes stepping away from it for a day or two can actually help you come back feeling refreshed and more focused.
Like a reroute.
Exactly. And second, they suggest shaking things up, changing your learning routine.
Oh, boy.
If your current method feels stale or boring, try something completely different.
Like what?
Explore a new language learning app. Find a different podcast on a topic you're interested in.
Okay.
Or try a different type of exercise, like learning English through songs or short stories.
So many options.
Variety can really help to combat that feeling of monotony.
Makes sense. But perhaps most importantly, they emphasize the power of remembering your why.
Oh, your why. That's a good one.
Taking a moment to reconnect with the fundamental reasons.
Right.
You started learning English in the first place.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Exactly. Is it for your career, for travel, to connect with friends or family who speak English?
Right.
Or maybe just for the personal satisfaction of learning something new?
All good reasons.
That underlying motivation can be a powerful source of fuel when your enthusiasm temporarily wanes.
It really can.
So it's about remembering that initial spark.
It is regularly revisiting those initial reasons. Can provide a strong reminder of what you're working towards.
Okay.
And help you push through those temporary dips in motivation.
I love it. So to really bring everything together for our listeners, what would you say are the absolute key takeaways?
Yes. What have we learned?
For staying motivated when learning English feels like a slow process.
Okay, let's recap.
First, actively celebrate those small wins. Acknowledge how far you've already come.
Love it.
Second, make learning fun. Find activities you genuinely enjoy.
That's key.
Third, set exciting and specific goals that you're actually eager to achieve.
Absolutely.
Fourth, track your progress in a tangible way so you can see your growth.
So important.
Fifth, surround yourself with English as much as possible to create that immersive environment.
It really works.
And when those moments of demotivation inevitably arrive, remember your why. Don't hesitate to take a break if you need it.
Self-care.
And be willing to switch up your routine.
Keep it fresh.
Exactly.
And they concluded with a really resonant quote.
Oh, I love a good quote.
It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That really captures the essence of persistence in language learning.
Yeah.
It's about consistent effort, even if it feels incremental.
So true.
Every little bit of practice and exposure adds up over time.
I love that. So it's all about that consistent effort. Even when it feels like you're moving at a snail's pace, every single step forward, no matter how small, is still progress.
Absolutely.
And that's what we need to remember.
It is so. For you listening right now, here's a final thought to take with you.
All right.
Identify just one small, fun, English-related activity that you can easily weave into your day-to-day.
Okay.
Maybe it's listening to one English song and trying to understand the lyrics.
Nice.
Watching a short English language video on a topic you enjoy.
I like it.
Or learning just one new English word or phrase.
Simple.
And also take a moment to really reflect on your primary reason for learning English.
Remember your why.
Keep that why clear in your mind and let it be your driving force.
Beautiful. And if you ever find yourself feeling that familiar drag of slow progress,
Yeah. We all feel it.
Come back to these points.
Yes.
They're a great reminder that you're definitely not alone in this experience.
Absolutely not.
And there are concrete, enjoyable ways to keep that motivation strong and keep moving forward on your English learning journey.
That's what it's all about.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep going.
That's it. You got this.
We believe in you.
We do.
That's it for this deep dive. We'll see you in the next one.
See you then.
Bye.